interviewing
I'm a psychiatrist.
a paranoid young man referred by his family physician and
Let me just tell
brought
you,
by his
I got a
parents.
letter from your family doctor about your case, and they wanted me to talk to you about some things that they are a bit worried about. I understand you have come with your parents, but I wanted to see you first before talking to your parents. Is that okay with you?
But I didn't want to come here because what are you going to do for me? I have a problem at home.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that's one of the issues. I probably cannot solve all the problems at home, but your doctor believed that maybe if I can give a comment on some problem sometimes that affects people and they cannot think clearly, that would be an issue, that one way to go about it. Maybe I'll just ask you some questions just to clarify these things. Is that okay with you? Let me clarify in the very beginning that everything that we're discussing is quite confidential. Okay? And this is, you'll be staying with me, and without your permission or from express order by the court or somewhere else, the matter won't be released anywhere. So you can rest assured that this information won't be let out
Are
anywhere.
you sure nobody would have access to that?
As I told you, nobody would have access to the information except the treating team. And I am part of the treating team, in which we first do an assessment and then we'll decide upon the treatment.
Do you use computers here?
Well, we do computers. We use computers to record some of the facts, but initially I'll be recording what you are saying, and eventually I'll be recording in my own time.
But then if you use computers, then how could this place be secure? Because people can access information on the internet.
I understand your concern. I'm glad that you asked this question. But let me tell you, Sohaib, that computer is very much protected here. They don't have access to our system, and we make it a point that it is very much protected. All information, personal information, we take it very seriously.
Okay.
All right. So thank you for agreeing for the discussion. Just wanted to know about it. The letter says that your parents were a bit worried about your behavior lately, last few months. They find that you have been behaving in a way that is not usual of you. Could you tell me a bit about it? What's happening?
I don't think I was behaving abnormally or in any other way. I was just trying to save myself.
It sounds concerning. Could you explain a little bit more? Who are you saving you from?
See, we have those neighbors and they keep an eye on me all the time. They want to know exactly where I go, when I wake up, when I go to bed, and in fact, I don't know, they might have bugged my room. I tried to look for it, but I can't find anything. But it's still, I firmly believe that, yes, they are monitoring my every single movement, and I think they just want to get access to my bank accounts. They just want to rob me, and then maybe they want to kill me.
Okay, that sounds quite concerning.
Yes.
Why would they do that?
I'm looking for the reason, but I can hear them right now. Yeah, they are talking about the lady and then the man of the house. They are talking among themselves, and they just keep monitoring me, and I'm fed up of that.
You mean monitoring by using some gadgets? Or how do they monitor you?
Gadgets by satellites, I don't know. I have closed the curtain, and in fact I'm not opening my windows, I'm not going out of my room, I'm keeping myself safe. And but even then, they have means and they have the resources to do all their nasty things, despite of my every effort to stop them from doing that.
How long do you think it's happening for?
At least last 2-3 weeks. Yeah.
So let me just clarify a bit more. You mentioned that your neighbors, they're constantly following you. They are constantly trying to monitor all your activities, and you're not sure whether what their intention, but you are concerned about that. And how that has affected your daily life?
Well, it has completely made me room bound, not even house bound.
I see.
Yeah, I'm not taking any phone calls because the phones they are tapped, and I'm afraid to switch on the television because I could see people talking about them, and people sent by them on the TV. So no, it's not, and if I just try to protect myself, would you call it an abnormal behavior?
Obviously not. But let me clarify a few more points I need to ask you. So, do you think it's possible that it could be part of your thinking? That it's not exactly happening?
No, 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 no. I can hear them right now. I can hear them right now on this side of my head. Yeah.
Who do you hear? Is it a single voice or multiple
No,
voices?
there are two people. I told you they are both of them my neighbors. They live in the same house. I don't know whether they are like relatives or their husband or wife, but I have seen them before, and now I can hear them.
And they are talking about in particular thing?
Every single thing. Like they keep telling me, they keep talking to each other that I'm sleeping, then I'm walking, then I'm eating, then I'm doing nothing, and sometimes they try to give me messages, but I try to resist. I don't want to do what they want me to do.
It's almost like a running commentary.
I don't know what you call it, but yes, it is very uncomfortable. I'm very uncomfortable with it.
Yeah. So thanks that you told me these things. I understand that might be very concerning to you. Apart from these things, hearing voices of these neighbors and think that they're surviving, they're keeping an eye on you. Anything else they're doing that you find?
I'm just waiting for them to take the next step into their plan.
I see.
I have seen cars, parked outside my house. I don't know where they come from and why they are there for that long. So I don't know what is happening around me.
Do you think there is some motive behind it? Why the cars are kept there?
Could be, possibly, yes.
Okay. So, relating to that only, I'm just asking. So, what you might do to prevent them from doing it to you, like preemptively? Are you planning to prevent them in some way?
Not at the moment. But I even went to the police.
Really?
And the thing is that police, they did not help me because they said it could be my imagination. So I'm just gathering enough evidence to convince the police to take action against them. And not at the moment, but if nothing else works, then I might have to do something.
Like what?
Like I might have to go and just fight with them or ask them to stop in a very firm manner because so far they have not stopped.
Yeah.
I'm trying to avoid them, but they are there. They are everywhere.
Yeah. Just, I'm curious. Do you have any access to weapons or anything that you can fight with?
The thing is that I do not have any access to any weapons, but again, you can find things. Sometimes even just a rock can do the job.
Absolutely. Alright. Just in that connection, because they have been doing it and we are almost helpless, you can't do anything. Have you ever felt that, well, I can't go on like this anymore, maybe it's time to end everything?
No.
Kill yourself?
No.
Suicide?
I will not go down without a fight. No.
So, first of all, again I'm emphasizing it must be very difficult to go through this page, and it's good that you discuss these things with me. So, it all started, if I remember correctly, around 2 months. Is that right? So before 2 months, things were all right? Okay. You are doing something right now? Or you?
No. I'm just trying to listen what they are talking.
Did they talk to you right now? Just as we are talking?
Yes.
And what they tell you right now?
Right now, they are telling that it's I have made a mistake coming here, and this thing will not work. They will not stop, and you cannot stop them, and they will keep doing what they are doing.
So, all right. I mean, thanks for telling me that. It's always good to take it out of your chest, okay, to discuss that with somebody. All right. So, apart from that, tell me, do you have this problem before, any time, couple of months ago or before that?
No.
This is the first time.
Yes.
Some people, some people to deal with this trouble, they sometimes take drug and alcohol. So, do you
No. I
do
don't
something?
think, because I know I have to stop them, and drugs and alcohol will not stop them.
So that's what you're doing. Okay.
And in fact, they might make me weak, and I don't want to feel weak.
I just want to clarify a few more questions just to so that you are in a better position to advise you. Tell me, have you ever felt in the past so bad that you thought of ending your life?
No. No.
Has there been any period when you felt very, very high, like you do things which you not normally do, like jumping, dancing, spending money? Thank you. You told me that your family members, you are the eldest of 3 brothers and sisters. So anyone in the family having any problems that you know of? Any serious mental or emotional problems?
No. No.
And your parents are, when they are here, I mean, obviously I will be asking them some questions. But before they come, tell me, I mean, do you think your parents are all right? They are behaving with you properly, or do you think they might be party to that conspiracy?
No, but yes, they are not helping me enough, because I asked my father to go and talk to them, and asked my father to call the police, and but no, they are not helping me. But they are not part of that conspiracy. Maybe they don't take me seriously.
They are taking you seriously, you might think, okay. You might have heard from your parents, I understand that it is difficult to remember the childhood things, that everything was all right when you were born,
Yes, everything was fine.
and your childhood, the time you grew up, you have any bad experiences?
No, I have always a very happy child, and I have always enjoyed my own company.
All the times, okay. And the school, how you are? You are okay in the school, or there was any problems?
Yes. In my higher classes, I struggled a bit with the studies, but that was not important.
All right. So I understand currently you are single. Is that right?
Yes,
Any, do you have any girlfriends or any romantic relationships?
I cannot trust anyone at this stage.
I understand that. So tell me, Sohaib, at this point in time that you have come here, how can I help you?
Can you call the police
So that
so that the police can tell my neighbors to stop bothering me and leave me on my own?
all right. Thank you for letting me know about that. If it comes to that, definitely we'll be looking into it. But at this point in the time, Sohaib, after talking to you and after going through your notes, I have a thought that this also, I'm telling that what you are feeling is real, but this also could be part of a mental process we call as psychosis, in which people have difficulty thinking in a straight line, and they have difficulty accepting the reality as reality. Do you think it at all possible?
The reality is what I am facing.
All right, so thank you for letting me know about the reality. What about, I will talk to your parents. They're sitting outside a bit, with your permission of course, and then we'll have a discussion about how we are going to handle the situation. But before I do that, I probably should have asked you a few more questions about your sleep. How you are sleeping right now?
I cannot sleep because if I sleep, then they might attack me.
and you must be feeling very much tired during the daytime.
It is, but it is a fight for life. It's a fight for survival.
All right. So, Sohaib, thank you once again for all this discussion. As I told you, I will have a word with your parents, and then, depending upon that, as I told you, we might think about some medications, which you may find may not be necessary, but in my experience, these medicines help people to sleep well, as well as these thoughts to go away from the mind. I certainly believe.
The problem is not with my thoughts. The problem is with my neighbors. How could these medicines, stop them from bothering me?
That's a very valid point, and we will be discussing about it a bit later after I do that. Do you have any other questions apart from it, or anything that you would like to tell me before I meet your parents?
No, I have nothing more to say.
All right. So thank you, Sahib, for this opportunity to talk to you. And after I talk to your parents and I discuss your issue with your family physician, we'll be thinking about the next course of action.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.